Hey, how are you? John from Dowie Farm. I had some questions about my last video with the cilantro on sunflowers, actually. Somebody wanted to know about sunflowers, but let me just recap something real quick with the cilantro as far as, we just knocked some stuff down too. A little tired, it's 3 a.m. I've been working all day, but hey, whatever, you probably see it in my eyes. Turn off this fan, here we go. So, I got cilantro seeds soaking that I showed you the other day, and then it's important to do this with it, where you got it just sitting here germinating, and you can start to barely see little, maybe you can see them, I don't know, little tails coming out of them, and like I showed you, let you get a ½ inch out of them. If you want to shake these, let me kind of set you up here. You want to give these a shake, okay? And aerate. It's important for preventing mold growth. You don't want to have mold in your seeds, obviously, as they're growing here, as they're sprouting. And then I keep them covered so they don't dry out. Sometimes when I'm here, I'll pop that cover a little bit so that you know, they can air out a little bit and get a little release. I found if you just leave them covered for the whole time, they're gonna mold on you, no matter what. So you got to get some airflow in there. I'm working on just coming up with something better, maybe some holes drilled in or something. But for now, this is what we're doing. Oh, I left my timer on from drying, so let me kill that thing. Okay, good times. Exit. All right. Okay. Sorry, like I said, it's a little late. I don't know what's going on. All right. Ooh, watch you bouncing around. Follow me around the office. Here we go. Let's turn off the dehumidifier. All right. Like every time. All right. So, sunflower. Right? That's why we're here. Here it is over here. A little wonky, so you have to deal with me today. All right. I've got my sunflower seeds. I soaked these sunflower seeds for 6 hours. I'm getting them from Mums right now. I think Curtis Stone recommended them in one of his videos, and they are excellent. And he said there was a couple different kinds, but I'm not really sure. Let me just hold on. Let me just lift my. I don't know if my tripod will go any higher. I don't know if it'll go any taller. Nope, no taller tripod for me. That's okay though. I'm gonna do this. Bear with me. Do my own video, people. All right. So I got some sunflowers that I just soaked yesterday, and I put them in a colander after I drained them. So I soaked them for 6 hours, and then I put them in a colander that I get at the dollar store, and then I cover them with a wet paper towel, okay? And then I'm going to shake them once during the germinating stage, and I'm going to rinse them when I do it. I find if you rinse these more often, you're going to find less mold is what you're going to do. You're like rinsing off the mold almost. So what we got going on here is this. Let me get some closely up kind of this going on. We got like about ½ inch tails on these bad boys right now. Maybe a little less. A little more than I like, okay? We're actually going to get a little less production out of these because we let them go too long, all right, which is kind of sucks. But it is what it is. Now I got some that, those were 2 days ago, my bad. These are yesterday's. These ones are a little shorter. But sorry, there we go. These are a little shorter. They're going to clump together, by the way. But this is more what you want, is just when they're starting to peak. And you can plant these as soon as you see that little white root starting to peek out of those things, all right? So here we go. I had some questions about soil. Soil, we don't reuse any soil because it's too risky for us selling to restaurants and we know they aren't going to wash. We wash all our microgreens, but they don't have time. So reusing soil in an indoor growing environment, bad idea because, you know, mold, stuff like that. And food safety wise, I don't think it's a good idea. So we just don't do it. We get a good price on our soil. We've negotiated down to about 80 cents a flat, about $1.60 on the Sun, because we're going to go with a deep tray. And then with the shallow trays, we're at about 80 cents, I would say, something like that. So we end up, you know, we go through about $80 worth of soil a week or somewhere in that range. We do about 100, 120 trays right now a week. So that's not terrible if you really start thinking about it. And then a lot of people talk about reusing it, and it's like, I don't have time for that, man. I don't have time to compost this stuff and whatever. So as far as sustainability goes, we just found a local source. They're out of Maine, coast of Maine. Just get something as close as you possibly can. We started out with Fox Farm. That's coming all the way across the country. We decided to get a little more local. So we're using them for now. They're all right. Everything seems great. It's a soil builder. So what happens is after the fact, we we compost that into people's gardens. We've given a lot of neighbors soil, things like that, so that's helping out the community. So you want to try to do things like that. Anyhow, here we go with some sunflower planting. I got my my deep 2-inch tray instead of my 1-inch tray for the sunflower, because what I've learned is I get about 6 ounces more out of these deeper trays with sunflower than I do with the shallow trays, okay? So I don't want to go with the shallows anymore. I'm getting about 1 pound 12 ounces out of these, and instead of 1 pound 6 ounces out of them, out of the shallow flats. I'm going to come over here and just bear with me for a second while I set up and get 100% ready. I wasn't prepared because I'm never prepared. I'm wearing a survival podcast t-shirt, by the way. I am the non-prepared prepper. Okay, so here we go. I got one. I'm just going to show you one real quick, and that'll be about it. I got my soil mixed already. I'm going to get my scooper. I'm going to give this bad boy, usually my shallow ones only get about 2 scoops. This one's obviously going to get 4 because it's double the depth. This is a regular germination flat. You can get these anywhere, and they're flimsier than the thin ones. So you know, you need to double them up, and they got to have holes. That's important. You got to have the holes. I get these from Cleveland Floral Products. They're a good company to get them through. They'll drop ship direct from the factory. It's the best price I've found. A lot of people ask that question. Where do you get your flats? Right now, Cleveland Floral Products. Good price. Depends on where you are. The shipping's going to change. They're shipping them direct from the factory. All right, here we go. I'm gonna get my my hose over here. Turn the water on. Let me turn on the water, and then I got it set to shower. I use this. It's a Melnor, and I got it set to shower. Okay. When I do delicate seeds, I flip it to mist. When I'm being special, I'm not paying attention, I flip it to jet, and I ruin everything. But we're on shower, all right? And I'm just going to drench this thing because I'm mixing my soil half and half, right, with perlite. So I'm providing a ton of aeration. So, you know, in the beginning when I was doing this, following the instructions in the book by Luke Callahan, great guy, really knows what he's doing, taught me everything I know indirectly via a podcast and a book. He says to wet your soil somewhat and something like that. And I'm just kind of paraphrasing here because I don't really remember. And then every day you should restack in water. And I'm like, I did that for a long time. I'm doing 120, 180 flats a week germinating. I don't have time for that. That ain't happening. So I'm going to back up a little bit here. A little bit so you can see. All right, there we go. Yeah, cool. All right. I'm taking my sunflower seeds. And now this is drenched. All right, this thing's heavy. And if I put it on a different, see the water? Can you see the water dripping out the bottom on the camera? I don't know. But if I put this on a wire rack, it would just drip all over the place. So here we go. Sunflower. Now, my buddy David Siegler down in Texas, who is like a master at aquaponics, has like the coolest dog I've ever seen. He asked me about these, and he called them sprouts. But we don't use the S word around here at Dowie Micro Farm because sprouts are viewed by the health department as things like bean sprouts, and they have a lot of bacteria. Now, bacteria, the big B word with the health inspectors, it freaks them out, you know. I mean, they probably don't realize that a lot of the bacteria is probably good bacteria, but whatever. But anyway, we don't do sprouts. That's like the F word around here, sprouts. We don't say that word. We get orders for sprouts, and sometimes we just politely remind them they're greens, they're microgreens. We don't do sprouts, we do greens, because sprouts, and the difference you might want to know, is sprouts are just the seed served with the roots, or harvested with the roots, and greens are cut. So we're not serving the roots, we're not serving the part that grew anaerobically or was in contact with the soil, in this case. If you're doing sprouts, you wouldn't have soil. But ours are not being served with the anaerobic part. It's very important for our process and our safety. So it's part of our HACCP guidelines. Look that up, HAACP, if you wanna. Wicked close up, man. All right, here we go. Here's my sunflowers. See if I can make this. Oh, sorry. See how dense they are? They're pretty dense. This was 6 ounces of sunflower seeds. Once again, there'll be no grams and there'll be no sprouts here at the Dowie Micro Farm. All right, so 6 ounces. We come back up here. Boo, boo, boo. Yeah, good stuff. So I've wet the soil completely. Now I've spread my seeds. Now I'm gonna spray the crap out of it. All right. I'm gonna back you up a little bit so you can see everything. I'm gonna give those seeds a nice spray, and what that does is it makes them have soil contact. If you're doing this at your house, like I used to, maybe you're doing this out back on your deck and you got your hose, or maybe you're doing it on your kitchen table and you got your sink sprayer. Works just as good for everything. All right. Now I'm gonna take some brown paper towels. If you don't have any of these, you can go to the gas station and steal them out of the bathroom. Or you can buy them, I guess. Restaurant supply store, Restaurant Depot, you can get them there. I get them on Amazon. They're like 28 bucks. Probably should put a link in there if I really like money, but I hate money, so I'm not going to right away. Here we go. I don't really hate money. Inside joke. So I'm going to put these paper towels down on here, and the fan's going to blow them away. Usually I turn that fan off. Today, not. And I'm going to spray these. All right. Spray these paper towels. Notice how much water I'm putting on these. I'm not worried about it, man, because of the perlite. Like, we're good. We're good to go. We don't get mold because of the perlite. It's beautiful. It's like the greatest thing that ever happened. Brad Davies, Moon Valley prepper, wicked smart dude. He taught me that little trick with the perlite because I first started doing bottom watering. I didn't do anything, and it drenched the crap out of my greens and ruined them. Anyway, Sunleaf chunky perlite, the chunkiest perlite you can get. So, I've got my sunflowers planted here now. This is it. Oh, wait, I forgot to date them. $10.26. I know it was backwards, right? And I date these with price tagger. And I do both ends. I don't know which end is going to end up on the thing. And usually I do that before I plant. It's a lot easier, but whatever. There we go. And then what I would do now is I'd build a second layer as I go. I've got some already going, so I'm not going to have to build like that. So what I would do next is I go over here is I would have a second tray, and I would put it on top, and I would dirt, seeds, sprays, blah, 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 blah. I already got some going here. I got some arugula, some wasabi going. All right. I don't really have much else to show you because I already cut my sunflower for today. I was going to put that in the video, but it is what it is. I mean, it's sunflower. It's cutting. You can watch my Sango radish harvesting video. It's the same thing. But, you know, with sunflower, sometimes your fingers turn orange. Anyway, that's all I got. I think I covered everything, but I don't really know. It's 3 a.m., man. I'm beat. There's a video for you. Thanks for the questions. Keep them coming. I'm going to try to keep the videos rolling, and appreciate it. Have a great day.